Plague on AeriALs forces. AeriALs taking the expansion at the 3 o'clock location. He needs that gas if he wants to keep pumping out science vessels. Lots of barracks sitting empty, and that's because once again AeriALs hit a food supply cap, and he's been doing that every single game, even in TVP. He always hits the food supply. He's got to at least hotkey one of those SCVs so he doesn't forget to keep making his supply, because that's the main thing about a Terran player is if you get nailed, if you get slowed down at all in your production because of food, then you're in trouble. So now we can see that the Zerg late game tech with Defilers really helping the Zerg lurker army out. Another play going off on the entirety of all those medics and the science vessel and most of AeriALs Marines. This game is going to be coming rapidly to a close. AeriALs unsuccessful in breaking into Zero's natural expansion, and the top right expansion is giving Zero the edge he needs. You can see Zero climbing up in the minerals, but he's still doing a very, very decently good job with his army. He's got the +2 armor. I don't think the Zerglings have attack upgrade just yet, but there's got to be an Ultraless Cavern popping up here soon. I mean, you got. I mean, Ultralists go together with Defilers like peas and carrots. I mean, you got to have Ultralists eventually to help soak up fire for the Marines. And we can see Zero just pressuring slightly, trying to get one of those science vessels. They only got 3 HP. One shot could take it out. AeriALs not paying attention to his medics here. They're going to get picked off and slaughtered. Expansion here at the 3 o'clock also going to get taken out. There goes one science vessel. I don't know if Zero knows that this expansion's here, though. And if an Overlord comes by, he can easily shoot up onto the mineral only and take out these SCVs here. If he gets a lurker in close enough, it looks like he's going to be content to just back off. A slow, wow, I didn't even notice this. Large squadron of 3 dropships. One of them is empty. Coming in to take out the Zerg tech. And this is a good mid to late game move by Terran players out there. If you get a couple of dropships, I mean, if you're somewhat contained in the Zerg base, get dropships and drop their tech or drop their expansions, because usually the Zerg army is outside your main base. They can't really defend multiple positions at once. So if AeriALs really want to be sneaky, he should have dropped maybe the top right hand base while he dropped the bottom left hand base at the same time. All of Zero's tech and his hive is going to go down. I don't know what Zero's waiting for. If he loses that hive, oh no, loses the hive. Now he still has the Queen's Nest, but now he's got to build up back to the hive. He's got to start all over with his tech buildings. He's got to get his Defiler Mound back, his Spire, his spawning pool. All he has now is his Hydrogen, so that's probably what we're going to be seeing here for the next like 10 minutes. It's just pure Hydras being pumped from all these hatcheries. Oh, quick move by Zero, getting the Defiler Mound back down just in the nick of time before the hive tech went down. 2 dropships trying to get in. One got taken out. Another Defiler Mound as well. I don't think Zero realized he had a Defiler Mound up north as well. Ultraless Cavern has finished. Looks like he got the Ultra Cavern down before the hive went down as well. So really not that big of a hit to Zero. Since he got these 2 main buildings down, he doesn't have to replace his hive. Gonna have to replace that spawning pool, though. Hopefully he got the Zergling attack upgrade if he wants those Zerglings to be effective now that the Marines have +3 weapon upgrade. Zerg have +3 armor. We're gonna be seeing Lair coming back up now. AeriALs in a rather tricky position. He's had this this 3 o'clock location for the longest time, has not transferred any SCVs over. He's actually taken way too long to expand to this 3 o'clock, and that's really going to be hurting his economy here in about another 2 minutes. He's going to start running out of minerals. He cannot lose this army. Whatever he does, he cannot lose this army that's now attacking the top right hand corner. If he loses this army, I mean, AeriALs is slightly behind, but if he can take out all this tech, everything that's up in the top right hand corner, he can come back in this game. But he's also got to hold off this attack coming in as natural. Defiler's moving in. That one's out of energy. That one's not. That can cast another. Oh no, Plague gonna cast Plague instead of a Dark Swarm. I think it would have been better to have casted another Dark Swarm over this area, so this Hydras could have moved in a little bit closer. Of course, that would have worked for the Terran forces as well. But now we can see that Zero is broken into the Terran natural expansion. These SCVs, as a last-ditch effort, could have ran up to take hits for the Marines to allow those Marines to get free hits on those Hydralisks, and those SCVs could have done damage as well. Now AeriALs going to lose a lot of these SCVs to the Hydralisks. He's actually not being very, very careful with his Marines. They're just coming right out of the barracks on a rally point, just getting picked off. And back north, we can see that Zero doing a good job with his Dark Swarm and with his Nidus Canal, able to hold the Terran forces back up here. A lot of Marines got plagued, and AeriALs, I think he's on his last set of legs here, losing a lot of his Marines back at home, losing these Marines up north. He's pretty much done for. There's nothing he can really do to get back into this game. He has not been utilizing this expansion at all. He been kind of neglecting with his Marines, letting them just walk. You see, look, they're just walking right out there, not being controlled at all. So AeriALs just kind of disheartened at the moment. I just think his focus is split up too much. Now he's lost all of his Marines up north. He couldn't reinforce because all of his Marines back at home got slaughtered. And now losing the medics. Should be running those chicks back home, but now they're getting utterly destroyed by the Hydralisk spines. And this is pretty much GG for AeriALs. I mean, losing that army up north and his natural expansion at the same time. And while the Zerg is just continually just growing and growing and growing, taking the map, there's not going to be too much that AeriALs can do at this point, unless he can do some kind of surprise attack that Zero isn't expecting, and do a lot of damage with it. But I don't really know where he can go to attack it. I mean, he could try to take out this top right hand corner expansion, but there's really nowhere that he can go now. The Zerg is just in too many locations. The Zerg just has too many bases, too many expansions for Terran to effectively harass. Science Vessel's going down as well, and that's going to keep AeriALs contained in his natural expansion. And there's got to be Ultralisk popping out here pretty soon. I mean, we have the Ultralisk Cavern. Got to be Ultras coming soon. Coming soon to a Terran base near you, Ultralisk. Or the Big Brothers, as Koreans like to call them. The Big Brothers of Zerglings. And just really good micro by you think this is the early game with the number of units that these players are using. Just great micro by both players, just using just small amounts of numbers of units to fight. Almost reminds me that it's the early game. But Lurker coming in now, that's going to change the tide. Uh-oh, Marines! Now they're forced to run out that Dark Swarm, and the Hydralisks are just going to pick them off. Not too much that AeriALs can do. He missed several windows of opportunities to do damage to Zero. Losing those siege tanks time and time again really hurts a Terran player's chances of doing damage to a Zerg. You can't lose your siege tanks. That's the only way you can attack. Oh, those Marines lining up. One Marine biting the dust. Good micro by AeriALs. Plague again on those Marines. Ouch. Just keeping AeriALs effectively contained. I'm surprised that Zero has not found this expansion, but maybe he doesn't care. He realizes that he has the upper hand in terms of economy and forces. You can see him here just massing up forces. He's had this Ultralisk Cavern. I don't know why we haven't seen any Ultralisks at all. He's definitely got the resources for it. AeriALs pushing up once again. Gonna try to take out this top right hand expansion. Even if he takes out the top right hand expansion, I mean, it's still going to be very difficult. The Zerg still has a very, very strong army on the ground. If the Zerg decides to even counterattack the main base, I mean, there's just not that many Marines here. The Zerg will be able to take out this main base fairly easy. AeriALs is also out of minerals, and AeriALs not going for the top right, deciding to go for this natural expansion at the top left. Zero going to go ahead, going to try to defend that. Dark Swarm, there we go. Not that many medics left for AeriALs. Trying to save the gas, I believe, for science vessels. And that leaves his Marines very exposed. More Plague, more Dark Swarm. And that's pretty much it for AeriALs. He can't keep it up like that. And oh, GG's, and leaves the game. So game 3 goes to 0. So we're going to go ahead and go on to game 4. This is ZZZero. Thanks for listening.